made possible by 343 Studios.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Nathan343 here, and we haven't done a video from SHEHDS. We haven't done a video from SHEHDS for a little while. They have been on break, taking a vacation, enjoying the beach, enjoying the sea, or whatever they've been doing, kicking back, watching Oprah. Who knows? But we got a new, maybe not so new. They do have, I think, newer ones of this out, but we were asked to review this, and we're gonna find out if it can pull DMX to some of our other equipment. So we have the 300 milliwatt RGB laser. This is basically a 3 watt. Anything under, what is it, 5 or is it 6 watts? Anything under 5 watts, I don't think you have to have a variant that says you know how to use the laser, but I think anything over 6, you're technically supposed to have a license that says you know how to use it. So you get the user manual. This is how everything is packaged, just like so. So we get a power cable, we get the very nice, I'm gonna pull this out because I may keep it, insulated styrofoam, and we get the light, which, not gonna lie, has a very, very good hanging bracket on it. This thing is really good hanging bracket. I'm very impressed with this thing. So this is the older model. It is super light. It does have some deals here on the side that you can drop, so you can cover up that laser, all that stuff. It is aluminum, has a actual really good looking bracket on it. I'm kind of curious to see. So it does look like it's made just only to hang, just because of this. Yeah, it only goes like forward and aft, but I'm sure you could probably flip this upside down and re-screw it back in if you needed to mount this with the bracket on the bottom. So we'll just go ahead. It does have a couple deals here. We'll just leave it like this. I was actually gonna make a newer bracket for this, but don't think I'm gonna have to, because that's a very nice bracket and a very nice looking laser. I'm probably gonna get another one of these, actually, because we've got some events coming that are wanting that. So we have a very cheap DMX cable. These you can just throw away. I think if you really need it, you can use it. I will be probably file Xing those. We do have the DMX power cord. It's about a 3.5 footer. So again, the back of this unit, the unit has a power con in, no power con out, on and off switch, which is great. You have a fuse, you've got your sensitivity settings, power or DMX in, DMX out, your mic right here. You can see that right there. That is for your sound active. You have ILDA ports. You've got your menu, which has up, down, menu, and enter. It also has a protective piece of paper over it. So peel that off. So you've just got some buttons. They seem like really, really good buttons. Of course, again, your ILDA ports if you want to hook that up through ILDA. Your mounting brackets here on the side, mounting bracket over here. Looks like you have a fan here and nothing here. It would be cool to see 2 fans in here, maybe one sucking, one pulling out. You can see everything in there. Very nice little light. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we're back, we're better than ever, and we've got a new product here from SHEHDS lighting that is pretty cool, and it's an older light, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad light because it's an older version. This thing actually kicks butt. You want to see what that's all about? Stay tuned. All right, so we're here at the Family Worship Center because we needed a big area to show this, because this is a big laser. This is a 3 watt laser from SHEHDS. It is the older version, not the newer version that you may have seen on DJ Solstice's YouTube channel. I believe Learning Lizard has done a video on it. I will link those videos down in the description if you want to check those out. I believe Matt's was done during a gig log. If I can find that gig log anyway, I'll put that down in the description. Maybe I'll have to ask him what video, that is. So if you want to check out the newer versions, we can put those in. But this is the 3 watt. It is one that is safer to use more than the 6 watt. Anything over, I believe, is 5 watt, you need a variance to be able to use in public. So the FAA or FDA or whatever it is, you have to go online and obtain that, saying that you know how to safely use this laser in a public environment. Now, this being a 3 watt is under that limit. As you know, I do have another 3 watt. It is waterproof. However, we are not using haze in here today, so I hope the video looks okay. The Family Worship Center has a class coming in here and they didn't want it to be all hazy in here, so we are not using haze. However, I will take this home and shoot a little bit of haze off in the living room so you can see the beams. But this is the room. You've all seen the videos we've done here. So we're going to probably shut the lights all off here. I'm just going to let this run through some shows here, and I'm going to tell you about what I like, what I dislike about the unit. We'll get some close-up units here. As you've seen the unboxing that we did here at the beginning, and I do like it. I will be picking up another one of these, and I will be using 3 watts for my big trussing setup. If I'm doing a smaller trussing setup, I'll probably just use these. But I do have the waterproof version of this, which has different animations and patterns. This one has some different stuff, and that is super cool. I really like it. Didn't think I would like it, but I love it. I don't know why I don't think I wouldn't like anything from SHEHDS, and it's pretty cool. So check out these awesome patterns. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys here, and I did some setting changes here. You can't actually set this beam pattern on this light to go by how big a room you have. And you could probably do that through DMX. You could also probably do that through, if you're just doing these in standalone mode, like I have here. Now it goes from 10 all the way up to, I believe it's 128, maybe a little bit bigger. But you can basically set this to how big of it, and I love that welcome. I think that welcome's super cool. So you got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have a countdown, super cool, and we are picking up a little bit of beam pattern here. However, again, you do not want to shine, no matter the wattage at all, you do not want to shine a laser into anybody. You can shine it up on the wall, you can shine it up above people. If you're going to a laser light show, I'm pretty sure they warn you that there's going to be lasers. I know that they're super cool about that. There's brightness settings on this. There's DMX settings. There's DMX addresses. This thing is super, super cool. The patterns are cool. I do think if you mix a bunch of different lasers together, you're gonna get different patterns. We got the piggy here, as you all heard. So, when pigs fly, well, they're flying. So that looks like a toilet seat or maybe a clam or something. So I don't know what that one was about, but it looks cool. I like the fish. However, it is a little choppy. And of course we got the balloons here. Super cool with that. You got some dots. It is a little bit choppy compared to my 3 watt, which I should have brought, but I didn't. Compared to the waterproof 3 watt, this one is a little choppy, and you might be able to fix that with DMX. However, a lot of the laser stuff that I use, I just use in auto shows. I know a lot of you people say you need to DMX it. However, I am learning DMX and hopefully going to eventually be switching to sound switch, which those of you are going to love that. I'm watching some tutorials, so those of you that are making sound switch tutorials like DJ Daryl and Rick Webb, I really appreciate those. Those are teaching me a few things. So hopefully 2024, we're going to be switching to sound switch. I'm going to try to get some stuff programmed and see if I get someone that knows sound switch to maybe help me set up a profile out there, so all my stuff's set up. So those of you that run sound switch, let me know. Worked pretty good with the lighting that we have here. Again, we've got the lines that you see here. The coloring, it is cool. I mean, for what it is nice. I do think that maybe it isn't maybe the best laser out there. There's a laser cube, but for what it is, for a beginner laser, or for something that you're not wanting to break the bank with, this is a perfect beginner low budget, you know, low cost laser. Now see, that looks fine. There's other patterns that look great. There's some patterns that look not so great because of like this one here. I really like this one here. Now you probably can speed that up in the settings. I have it set to a lower setting here by what it comes with default. I'm sure you can probably speed it up. I think I did see a setting in there for speed. And you can also probably speed this up with DMX controller or DMX software or ILDA. I think it's called ILDA ports. This does have ILDA ports on it. As you've seen there in the unboxing, it has the DMX, it has a power switch off and on. I do like that, so when you plug this thing in, it is not turning on immediately. It does have a little door on the front, so you can block it out if you're not wanting it to be seen right off the bat until you get it set. Again, it's a cool little lightweight. I'll get this camera sitting off to the side here just so you can kind of see a few of the beams. Again, we're not using haze here because they have a like a Zumba class or something going on here that we don't want to get this all hazy. If it's a different day, we've probably been able to. I will shoot some haze off in the house here this evening, just so you can see some beam patterns. But again, I think it's a very cool looking little laser. I like the patterns, I like the animations, and I think your party, your places you guys DJ at will too. This would also make a great little light for a gym for a school. You know, if you have school dances, you can mount this thing up on the ceiling, just, you know, set it and forget it, basically kind of thing. It does do super great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna widen this picture up to the biggest area that we can, just so you can see the coverage area that this light will do. As you can see, the pattern coverage area is getting bigger. I'm up to 128, so it goes from 10 to 128. As you can see, that coverage area being way much bigger than what we had before. I'm gonna back the camera up just because the camera's not getting everything. I am clear to the other end of the gym. As you can see, this thing is doing a really big job. I'm going to see here what other settings it may have. So you got color. Let's see what that does. You can probably, it's RGB, and then it's got this, a little different. It's a little bit faster too. So that's kind of a mixed color maybe. That is a little bit clearer than it used to be. And even though we do not have haze in here, you still can see a little bit of the beams just from the dust and the humidity levels in here. But that looks super cool. Different color lighting effect. It's not so much RGB and all that stuff, but it is cool. It's a different kind of effect. It is a little bit faster. Put this on. Now, one thing that I am noticing here is that the buttons are mixed up. You do have your invert Y-axis and your all that stuff. I'm gonna put this back down to color. So menu, and then single color, you can actually set this to a single color. You do have RGY, which we'll set that on now. So that's red, green, yellow. If you want to run just red, green, yellow, you could very well do that, as you see there. So your enter button is actually how you turn your menu on. They've got some buttons mixed up here. And I think it's fine, but it takes a little bit to get used to. I'm sure this might just be a unit that got mixed up. We'll move this back down to color. Yes. Okay, I keep hitting OK, and menu is the button I want here. Yes. There's RGB purple. So different settings you can do with what colors you want to use. Green, blue, and amber, it says. So again, just depending on what you guys favor, and you guys could obviously adjust this with ILDA settings and all that. And then RGB, we will set it back. So there it does, red, green, blue. So it does some cool settings there. It's just the menu buttons. Now it may just be this one that's all messed up. And your sizing your DMX, your auto. You do have sound active, which does work. I will go ahead and put it in music. The faster I hit this, the faster the light gets affected. And I don't have any music in here, but just tapping it, then when I stop talking or stop moving it, it goes off. So simple, cool. If you're DJing and you go to turn off your music or something, the light's gonna turn off. All right, guys, so the 3-watt laser from SHEHDS. Really great light. However, I don't use ILDA ports. I probably should eventually. Fuse, XLR, PowerCon cable. This isn't the PowerCon cable it came with. This is actually a different one that I brought because the other one was in a case with all the other PowerCons I have. It is SHEHDS logoed. Again, has the cover here so you could loosen this up. Slide that up in front just to protect it. The bracket on this thing, very awesome bracket. You can loosen this up, fold it down just to put it in a case. That's super cool for compacting. And I'll show you some different ways to store these in different bags. Of course, if you have a flight case or a tote or something, you can put this in the styrofoam and set this down inside your case. Keep it styrofoam, keep it protected, because you know the styrofoam that comes with these is always good for making cases. So. All right, so as promised, here we are in my living room, and we have the 3-watt laser here sitting on top of my rocking chair, just because it's a cord right there, or a place to plug it in. And we just got some humidity in here with the humidifier. I let it run a little bit. Now I do have the other 3-watt I have from SHEHDS. That is the 1-watt. I'm gonna kind of put these together here on the floor, probably over here, just so that we can get a comparison, have them shoot both this way, just so you can see a comparison. As you can see how cool that looks with the moisture kind of going up there. That looks pretty sweet. So this one looks cool too. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get in front of it a little bit now, just so you can see. That one does do a really good job for a 3-watt. It's different. So I haven't decided, do I want to pick up another one of these, or do I want to pick up another one of those? Those are waterproof over here, and I've done a video on those. If you want to, you can check that video out here. But yeah, so I don't know. They both put out really cool effects. That one is waterproof. That one, however, is not. If I got another one of those, I could still run 3 lasers on top of my truss setup. No problem at all. However, I do like this one. It does do some cool stuff. It would be cool for the center, have these kind of aimed off other directions. Well, maybe my concept is a little different than you. Maybe you would rather have this one, the non-waterproof one, versus that one, because you don't really do a lot of outdoor events. So let me get both of these on the floor, lined up, shooting up in the air, and we'll see what they look like together. All right, so here they are both setting on the ground. This one being the new one, that one being the waterproof one. So maybe you can tell a difference in beams. We got about the same amount of haze / moisture from the humidifier over here, which is creating our beams. I did actually boil some water too, just to put a little bit more in here, because I really didn't want to get the haze machine going. That sometimes takes a little bit longer to get rid of the haze than humidity. Is actually better for the house. So I don't know. This one has a little bit more potent beams, I think, just because it's newer. But I like both of them. I'm not saying that one's better than this one. It is a little bit different, but I also think that this one has some effects in it than that. To me, I don't know. Of course, if you run that one through ILDA ports or whatever, you're going to want to probably run, you'll be able to do whatever you want. You can control this, make this do whatever. You can probably program your own scenes into this, your own effects, so it may not be exactly what you're seeing here. But yeah. So make sure you go check these things out. They're very cool. They are linked in the description. I will go ahead and link both of these, but this one here is going to be the one for this video. I do like it. I do like the welcome. I do like how wide you can get this thing. You can set it for narrow, wide, all that great stuff. So thanks, SHEHDS, for sending this one over. Really appreciate it. It's awesome working with you guys. I love working with you guys. I love your products. And who knows what to see what's next. There'll be something next. So SHEHDS has got a lot of stuff planned for 2024. It's going to be a good year for SHEHDS. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other channels. We've got some really cool stuff coming to those channels, and you don't want to miss them. So we'll see you in the next one.